Depression is one of the most common yet most misunderstood mental health conditions in our world today. Millions of people across different countries, ages, and backgrounds silently struggle with it every day. But despite how widespread it is, depression often remains hidden behind a smile, unspoken in conversations, and overlooked by society. In this video, we will dive deep into understanding what depression really is, what causes it, how it shows up in everyday life, and most importantly, what can be done to manage and overcome it. To begin with, what exactly is depression? Depression is not simply feeling sad for a day or two. It is not just a bad mood that passes after watching a funny movie or getting some good news. Depression is a serious mental health disorder that affects how a person feels, thinks, and behaves. It lingers for weeks, months, or sometimes even years. It drains energy, steals motivation, and makes even simple daily activities feel impossible. The sadness that comes with depression is not just emotional. It is heavy, persistent, and overwhelming. People experiencing depression often describe it as a dark cloud that never goes away, or as though they are trapped inside a tunnel with no visible light ahead. Now, let us talk about the causes of depression. There is no single reason why depression develops. Instead, it is usually the result of many different factors working together. One major factor is biology. Our brain uses chemical messengers called neurotransmitters, such as serotonin and dopamine, to regulate mood. When these chemicals become imbalanced, it can contribute to depression. Genetics also play a role. If someone in your family has struggled with depression, your chances of experiencing it may be higher. But biology is only part of the story. Psychological and social factors also matter greatly. Past trauma, ongoing stress, financial difficulties, social isolation, or the loss of a loved one can all trigger depression. Sometimes, even seemingly positive events like major life transitions, moving to a new city, or starting a new job can overwhelm the mind and lead to depression. The symptoms of depression are wide-ranging, and they affect people differently. Some of the most common emotional symptoms include constant sadness, hopelessness, guilt, or feeling worthless. People may lose interest in activities they once enjoyed. Hobbies, friendships, and passions suddenly feel meaningless. Concentration becomes difficult. Decisions feel impossible, and the future looks bleak. Depression is not only emotional, it is also physical. Many people experience changes in sleep, either sleeping too much or struggling with insomnia. Appetite can also change, leading to sudden weight loss or gain. Fatigue, headaches, digestive issues, and unexplained physical pain often accompany depression. Then there are the behavioral signs: withdrawing from loved ones, avoiding social activities, neglecting responsibilities, or relying on alcohol and substances to numb the pain. In severe cases, depression can lead to thoughts of self-harm or suicide, which require urgent professional help. The impact of depression on daily life is enormous. Imagine waking up each morning already feeling exhausted, even before the day begins. Imagine feeling disconnected from family and friends, even though you are surrounded by them. Depression can affect relationships, making it hard to communicate or express emotions. It can harm work performance, reduce productivity, and lead to job loss. For students, depression can lower academic achievement and cause them to drop out. On a larger scale, depression affects entire communities, because when individuals suffer in silence, their potential contributions to society are lost. This is why understanding and addressing depression is not just a personal matter, but a public health priority. Now, let us talk about treatment. The good news is that depression is treatable, and people do recover. One of the most effective approaches is psychotherapy, also known as talk therapy. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, helps people identify negative thinking patterns and replace them with healthier, more realistic thoughts. Other forms of therapy, such as interpersonal therapy or mindfulness-based therapy, can also be helpful. For some people, medication is necessary. Antidepressants work to balance brain chemistry and relieve symptoms, though they are usually most effective when combined with therapy. Lifestyle changes also play a powerful role. Regular physical exercise, for example, releases endorphins that improve mood. A balanced diet, proper sleep, and reduced screen time can also make a difference. Social support is another key factor. Talking to trusted friends or joining support groups reminds people that they are not alone in their struggle. Beyond professional treatment, there are practical steps individuals can take to cope with depression. Setting small, realistic goals can help rebuild confidence. Instead of focusing on big, overwhelming tasks, break them into small steps and celebrate small victories. Practicing mindfulness and meditation can bring calmness and help manage negative thoughts. Limiting alcohol and drugs is also important, since these substances can worsen depression. Spending time outdoors, connecting with nature, and engaging in creative activities such as music, art, or writing can also provide relief. But perhaps the most important message for anyone struggling is this: asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It is a step toward healing. At the same time, awareness in society is crucial. Too often, people dismiss depression with phrases like "just snap out of it" or "think positive." Such statements are not only unhelpful, but they also make sufferers feel guilty or ashamed. Depression is not a choice, and it cannot simply be wished away. It is a medical condition that requires understanding, compassion, and proper treatment. By talking openly about depression, reducing stigma, and encouraging conversations about mental health, we can create a culture where people feel safe to seek help. In conclusion, depression is a serious but treatable condition. It is more than just sadness, and it affects every aspect of life. But with the right combination of therapy, medication, lifestyle changes, and social support, recovery is possible. If you or someone you know is struggling with depression, remember that help is available. Reach out to a professional, talk to someone you trust, and take the first step toward healing. Life may feel heavy today, but it can get better tomorrow. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this information helpful, please share it with others so that more people can understand the reality of depression and the importance of mental health.